All right. Hi, this is Atticus, and welcome to part 2 of Railway Empire 2, the Industrial Wonders DLC. We're playing the scenario set in the United States called the Concrete Giant, or as I call it, the Hoover Dam. So we're tasked with helping with the building of the Hoover Dam. And we got off to, I think, a pretty good start. We used a technique where new functionality where you have a potential rural business. Some of the rural businesses exist when the map comes up. Others exist potentially, and you have to take certain items to them, usually some wood, some other food, and meat and some other food, and kind of, get it started, and then it becomes your farm. So we set up this farm right here. We called our station Atticus in a fit of megalomania, which I've regretted ever since because I keep saying my name over and over and over. But anyway, here in Atticus, we have a warehouse and a hotel. And we've used it as kind of the center of our universe. Everything goes there and then comes, almost everything goes there and then comes back out to the other cities to which it was intended. Now, we had tasks to found the city of Boulder City, which we did, to carry some wagons on a line that included Las Vegas, Whitney, and Boulder, and we did that through our hotel warehouse setup down in Atticus, and transport 100 passengers directly Vegas to Boulder City. We actually took one train, had it run full up to 4 wagons and take off so that one pass and it was done. Got that done pretty quickly, July. And then, June. And then we have reached 50,000 in Boulder City area. And that Boulder City area are 3 towns that we have to found and then grow. Boulder City and Ragtown. We've got 2 of them built. We've even put an industry in Boulder City. Got an opportunity for one here. And we have our 3rd city, Colville Bay, was the last one we set up. It's a little further away. It needs 1 meat and about 18 wood to be done with its setup so it'll become a real city, if you will. Now, we have, using this, we're exchanging goods right here in Atticus with, we've got grain that comes from our farm, and then in a warehouse we have potatoes, beans, lumber, bread, milk, our bread, meat, and milk. And we've started running milk down. Yes, we have. Now, we've just set up in Boulder City this textiles. That means we've got another good that we'd like to trade between our cities. So we're either going to have to run lines between all the cities if we want to get those textiles out there, or we're going to have to do another warehouse. So what we're going to do is do another warehouse. We're going to add another one here. So we're going to go like this and put in a station here. And I'm going to call this one the L2 Goods Exchange, okay? And so its purpose in life will be to take manufactured goods like textiles, clothing, lumber, whatever the next few things are, and including it could be even raw materials, I suppose. It's not technically goods, but I'm not going to change the name. You get the idea. We're going to put a warehouse here. Okay, we won't need the hotel. That would just be redundant to the other one we have. And then we're going to skip the ones we already are accounting for and exchanging. And we're skipping things like wool, which goes directly to your textile producer. We're skipping livestock because they go directly to your meat producer. And we've got milk. So we're going to want cloth and cheese and clothing and lumber and sawdust, an interesting one, and paper. So those are the next things that come up in the pecking order for items that cities want to help them grow. So we want to establish, for example, we've got our business established, so we want to be able to take this stuff and put it in this warehouse. Now, this warehouse, if we wanted to, and you know what? Why don't we? We can set it up for automatic distribution, right? But it honestly kind of doesn't matter if you really think about it. If you're a veteran of this game and you understand how the warehouse, both systems of warehouses work, it doesn't matter. We're going to do this. We're going to say regular distribution. And we're going to set this up to hold the max of each of the goods that we can have. So now we can start immediately shipping the textiles to this warehouse, right? So we can go here. We're going to set up a line. It's going to go down, and it's going to go. Is it going to go to another station, or is it going to go to the same station? I think it will go to the same station. I mean, we could, set up something totally different if we wanted, a new station in Boulder I'm talking about. See if I can get this to line up properly, which, there we go. Now it's looking better. Let it come down and cross like that. All right, there we go. And I mean, that's running it so far down, it practically is new. All right, we'll run it all the way back up here like this. And I think we can get away with it with just the 2 tracks for now. And we're not making tons of money. We're doing okay, but that's not much of an income, right? Not much. Okay. So that settles that. So let's get a train, and this train's going to be kind of, for now, just taking stuff out. But we're going to have a line that goes, from Boulder to our goods exchange, and we'll call it a freight line. We don't really have to. And I still want to run the heavy Mikado. And no, we don't want to run full. I would say you set it on run full, but we actually want it to be able to move back and forth, because as Boulder grows and we hook other things into this from the other cities, it's going to have other goods that it can bring down. Right now, it's just loading stuff out here to take out, really. All right, so let's let it run for a minute. Get us a little bit of money. In fact, speaking of money, let's just see. 7.78 million company value. We really can't take a loan, so let's just we'll just run until we get a train. Here to here, Boulder City to the goods exchange, a freight line. I should have taken the train first and go. There we go. Now it's going to run, and right now it's got nothing, but we should. And we did that bonus. Yes, we paid that bonus, and we paid this bonus. It's good up to 10,000 people. And we still as soon as this is set, we'll probably pay a bonus here. Yeah, we probably will, to make it grow quickly. All right, I'm talking about a settler bonus. Now, what do I want to say? Okay, yeah. Let's get Whitney hooked into this, right? So let's go off. How we want to do this. We could come in here like this, and we could just hook in like that to Whitney. All right. And track. There's signals, give it a gridiron, and then we'll go from Whitney. We'll say, let's run a line from Whitney to the goods exchange, right? Shoot. I did that as bad. I'm going to start that over. I couldn't have done a worse job on that. Okay, Whitney to the goods exchange. I'll pick my train first, then I'll make it a freight and go. And it should be able to run some meat that would be needed in Boulder, we hope. And if not, hopefully by the time it gets down there, maybe there'll be some something for it to grab, maybe not. Yeah, we got to get this going. We got to get this train down here and get this production really going here and get stuff going up. But we need the demand, and we create the demand by making the connection, right? A demand in this game is the combination of somebody needs it and there's a way to get it there. So this one, can you come down this? I don't see the ability to come into this and then go over here, which is what we want. So let's go off of here, and then merge in on this track, which is the one that'll go on to Vegas. And here to here and merge in like so. Reset those signals, line them up correctly, set signals that way, and then let's go with a train from Las Vegas to the goods exchange. A freight train, go. And it's got nothing to take yet either. Oh, but that makes sense. Oh, I'm sorry. These guys are not making level 2 goods yet. They have to grow a little bigger before they're going to contribute. But what we should hopefully see is something coming up here, some cloth. So what we have to do is we have to be making more cloth here than these guys are going to consume. And this, see, they've already started consuming a little bit. But we should be getting, we should be getting some in our export warehouse at some point here, fairly soon, I would hope. There's one. Maybe we could actually ship that out somewhere. That would be nice. There we go. Now this train here, there's a couple going to that goods exchange. Now let's just see what happens when it gets up here. All right, so this warehouse, we're looking at this is really stepping back in time. We're looking at the old functionality now. This warehouse is holding 2. And what should happen is the next train, and I'll just confirm that these cities are big enough to need this. Yes, they want some and they want some. Okay, good. So the next train that comes down here to this from the northwest, from either Whitney or Vegas, should grab this cloth and take it back up to their city. Here we go. Here's somebody. Yeah, look at this. Here's, who are you? Figures he's taking, there we go. He took some grain because he's connected to the farm, but he also took some cloth, which we wanted. Good. All right, so that's working. So now we can make money actually on this little cloth business down here as well, because he's got customers. All right. What do we got? Oh, and they're not big enough to take cloth yet. Oh, look, they put a cheese. Well, that's not perfect. I would have preferred to have cheese up here and something else down here, but I don't know what the else would be because this one's in a clumsy position. There's no good raw material near it, right? So we could have, it can get the milk from here. So it should be able to get milk, and that's probably part of the reasoning here, I would hope, for putting that business in. Yeah, see, it can get milk, right? And then we can set up a line to have it take the dairy over here to this other one. So what we'll do is have a line that goes to the goods exchange to Ragtown. Or did I do them all the other way? I don't know. Let's just, might as well be consistent with them. How did I do them? It really doesn't matter, but how did I do them? I did them from the city first. Okay. So let's have a line that goes from Ragtown to the goods exchange. A freight line. Oh. We don't really have it set to run over there, do we? I guess not. Shoot. Okay. Let's fix that. Let's scratch that line. Here's the thing. This track is coming up, and it's over here, and it never gets over there, right? So we've got to allow this set of track right here to get all the way over there. Now, one way we could do that is to come off right here and merge with that. And then pick up that little, nope, that didn't work. Pick up that little spot right there and come in like that. Okay, now it should be able to work. Let's find out. Ragtown to here, beautiful. There we go. And pick our thing, freight, go. And hopefully what we'll see is this export business right here will start getting some milk. And we probably need to actually up the milk delivery to make sure. Yeah. Let's take one of these. Yeah, we're only running one train. Let's copy that if I can remember how to do it. You copy the rail line, and then how do you do it? I think you create a rail line and you paste how'd that happen? All right, I'm terribly sorry. I'm just really confused now. I'm not sure what I'm doing. As if you couldn't tell. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, we made this line right here, and I want to paste. Where's paste? Is there a paste command? There's edit. Retract? What does that mean? Oh, hide it. Shoot, I don't know how to do this. I knew how before because I've been doing it. We'll delete that one. We'll take this one. We'll copy it. I wonder if that is making, oh, that is. As you just copy it, it automatically makes another line. So I'm going to put one train on it. There we go. Now I'm hoping that there'd be two lines coming out of here. There are. Good. Now the reason you do two lines rather than just, add another train to the same line, that way they'll go as soon as they have a full load and they won't spread themselves out. That making more distance thing or increasing distance, I think it's called. We avoid that by doing Blah-Razor's technique of just copying the line and running it that way. Okay, we're making some more money. Good for us. We're still trying to get this guy founded. He needs one meat to come over here. One lousy meat, and we're good to go. And I am not seeing it. I also don't think that's enough trains. We're going to copy that and put a train on it. We're going to copy that and put a train on it. The meat production here is not enough to drive everybody beautifully. Now, who are you and why aren't you? Boulder City to the goods exchange. There's nothing in here for them to pick up supplies on, so we'll give them something. Oh, I see. This big boy here doesn't include this track over here. It looks like it does the way that symbol's there, but it doesn't. Okay. You get down here, it'll be fine. There we go. And this guy here isn't hitting a supply tower either. I think we'll put one here. That'll might serve a couple of purposes. There we go. Oh, Vegas. Oh, Vegas has a business. Now, what do we want in Vegas? I think maybe lumber would be the next thing you need. Here's cloth. There's dairy. Well, clothing. Now, we can take clothing in Vegas. It'd be nice to have it down here, but I don't want to wait that long to get the opportunity, right? We'd have to wait till this thing hits 40,000 to put another business in. So I think we'll put clothing up here and let those textiles feed the clothing. It will not be perfect, but it'll be okay. Yeah, if I sound like I'm convincing myself, that's exactly what I'm doing. All right, clothing will go here. That's just going to increase the demand for cloth. And you can micromanage this to death, but we're producing 5. It says the demand is 2, and I don't think that's right now. Let me go back and fire that up again. Yeah, the demand is 3. Okay, we're producing enough, in theory, to meet our demand, so should be okay. In Las Vegas has no cloth. It wants 1.2. I think we're going to bump this guy up if we can. We need 20,000 people. We're not big enough yet. The city's doesn't have enough infrastructure in place to support that big a business. Now, where were we on this? When you restart, you're kind of restart. Here we go. Processing speed. I think that's where we were. Cheaper tunnels. That's surprised I took that one. Well-being. I will take that one too. Okay. Then we're going to go out here and get revenue on our mailbags for 200. Okay. Oh, we have a city here. Oh, see, now I'd love to have the milk here. See that direct line? That would be beautiful. What are we going to do about you guys? We're going to pay the settler bonus of 500,000. 1.12. We could close a bond. I think we will. I think we're going to close this bond right here. It cost us 570. Let's save up, close that bond, and then open a bigger bond and think about what we want to do with all our ill-gotten gains. Would like to get a business in here. Well, too late. They put a bread in. That's okay. Bread is fine. Bread is fine. I got no problem with bread. And that being the case, said, we'll just go ahead and pay the 500,000. Now we need to get. Now it's going to diminish until we get some stuff coming over there. See, we've got the stuff coming. It has just opened up, and therefore it, didn't have the demand for all that stuff until just now, and now it does. So all these guys will have to react to that, ship more in to Attica there, and then it's going to have to go out to Colville Bay. But we should be looking pretty good now. It's a hard task when you have to found 3 cities and then grow them. That's nice. I like this. Oh. And then if we do put a business out here, well, it's bread. Bread can just go to there, so it doesn't really have to. Oh, but sorry. On the other hand, they are going to want, see, they already want cloth. So we need to connect L2 Goods Exchange to this track to go out here to Colville Bay. We need a train going out there regularly. That could be a bit of an engineering marvel, but we can pull it off. Let's go out of the way and come back and in. Yeah, nice looking. I like it. Nice bridge. I don't build enough bridges and tunnels, do I? And you can't see it, of course, but every time I kind of click the track to make it line up with as a parallel track, I'm holding down the Alt key. That's what you do on Railroad Corporation too. Unnecessary here, but it's just a habit that I developed rather quickly, I might add. All right, so let's go same way. Colville to that. That's going to tell everybody, hey, like here, hey, they want stuff too. We'll put, oops, one train, freight, go. It'll run empty to start with.
Boulder City grew and prospered. The city was ready to start the dam construction. A huge task lay ahead. The canyon had to be widened before the actual dam construction could begin. This resulted in masses of rubble that had to be removed.
All right, I'll try not to laugh every time he says the dam construction. All right, so transport passengers to Hoover Dam and transport gravel from Hoover Dam. You can use the gravel however you want or ship it to the debris storage site in the city of Jean. Okay, so let's stop and see what that means. Jean is down here in Clark County West, which is an area we don't have access to just yet, but it looks like we can, which is we probably will want to, but I don't think we want to just yet. So, what can we do with this? Well, here we can see, I think I've talked about this before, but you got this little building here that attracts tourists, which causes them to want people to come there, right? Which generates the passenger traffic. Then you've got this debris storage site, which generates gravel every week, okay? We want to take that gravel out of there. That's our task. I think what we're going to do, first of all, this line here, if I just swing it up, it's going to be too indirect. So we're going to need a line that kind of, expensive line. How are we going to do this? I think I'd like to use like a run full gravel haul. And the easiest thing would be to just say, okay, over here, we'll put in a warehouse, right? And we're going to take advantage of the change that we're going to use a Railway Empire version, right? That doesn't have the automatic distribution, so there doesn't have to be any demand for it to take it, right? So we're going to create the demand with the warehouse. So this is totally new functionality for Railway Empire 2. It's old hat for Railway Empire. So we're going to go out here to gravel and say, I'm going to do backwards to get to the end point and say, get as much as you can in there. I don't think it'll let us do gravel twice. No. Okay. So we're going to store up to 99 gravel in this warehouse we put in Boulder City. All right. And then we're going to go out here to Hoover Dam. And I want to make sure that we're actually, are we sending any people? Oh, we don't have anybody going there. All right. Let's fix that. Let's have Attica Exchange go to Hoover Dam. That way the hotel can start picking up traffic from these other places and take it to Hoover Dam, passenger traffic. And we'll do a couple trains on that. Okay. And then let's have Boulder City just go directly. Boulder City to Hoover Dam. And now he should take, passengers and mail over and then come back with the, now unfortunately, there's no city here, so I can't really see what the output here is. So he generates 2 a week, but we don't know what's there, right? So let's just see what this guy does. There we go. You got 1 passenger and 7 gravel. Now, does that mean we've taken any out? Well, you can see we've already brought some passengers there. And we'll see what happens if we drop this off somewhere. Okay. We dropped off 7, and we could look in our warehouse and see them, right? And we could look at our task and say, well, there's none. I think what's happening is this. He's generating 2 a week. There were some already built up, but we're only going to get credit for keeping it empty, right? And, keeping room in there so that they can keep generating, and we'll get that 2 per week credit. And if I could, I'd buy this and bump it up, That's what you do in Transport Fever too. You'd buy it and bump it up or whatever. That's not true. Transport 2, you do something totally different. Never mind, I said that. Yeah, see, there goes 8 of them. And we still have 0 credit. And I guess the other thing we should look at is, does anybody need the gravel? Yeah, actually, Las Vegas would use a little bit of it. Well, shoot. We could put it in our... we could have run the gravel into our L2 goods exchange, taken whatever the last one is off there, and have it automatically set to go out to whoever wants it. Right? Yes, that is right. What would that mean to us? It would mean dumping the paper, I guess, calling it gravel. Is that worthwhile? I think that's worthwhile. We'll go like this, because we do have customers for it already. And I can see, I'm not sure how all this works, but I don't know if we'll use the gravel in some other way. I don't know. Or if it's just something we got to get rid of, So I think what I'd like to do is this warehouse, I'm just going to dump that. I'll keep the warehouse and maybe we'll use it. And then I think this L2 goods exchange, now the Hoover, okay, good. We'll just have a Hoover dam to the goods exchange. And again, we're going to have to set it up so it can get over there. We know this one can. So why don't we just do this? Why don't we go like this and like this. And let's just haul stuff from the goods exchange. And now basically, probably nothing will, and then we want to make sure from the goods exchange that we do not bring back the gravel, right? And I don't see, okay, yeah. All right, we just took it off the pickup. Okay, so you can pick it up there, but you can't pick it up over here. So you're only taking it one direction. And I think it'd be good to run that full. So let's go from Hoover Dam. Let's make this a freight line. And let's say run full. Okay. And then I'm going to let it start, and then I'm going to do something else with it here in a minute. And this train here, he's got all that stuff, but now he's showing empty because in effect he is, right? Because we basically made the change after he started running. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to put in Yeah, we might as well go for 4. And there we go. All right. And then we're going to put in a shunt line in case we add trains. We're going to have a shunt line here. Okay. And then we're going to tell that line that we just set up to run full with gravel. This one here. We're going to tell it to always run out of track 4 and run full. And we're going to tell it when you come back from here, we want you to hit, well, it does automatically. Hit, ooh. All right, we'll look at something here. Let's see what our other trains are doing that are coming in there. Like this one. What's your line do? Yeah, by default they go down here. So we're going to we'll just leave them all like that, except for the one that we were interested in here, the goods exchange one. We're going to edit it and we're going to put a waypoint right there. And when you come back from the goods exchange, use that. So if we happen to run more than one train, they'll queue right here. And in fact, we'll even put some Jan Jansens in there. Okay, just in case. Right now we're only running one, and that may be all we ever need to run. Now, I just want to make sure we're getting some credit here. They're not giving us any credit at all. Oh. There we go. That's better. Had to give it a quantity. I think that's already it right there. Yeah, there we go. Still no credit whatsoever. All right. No credit. Are they saying we have to use it in order to get credit for it? All right. Sorry, I don't know the answer. All right. Does anything use gravel? Here we go. Concrete. Well, that makes sense. Concrete uses cement, slag, which comes from steel, I think. That's a new byproduct of steel. So you have to take the slag and your gravel and cement to make concrete, okay? But we need a concrete plant somewhere, right? Oh, man. Mm-hmm. All right. Cement is a natural, is just sitting out here in the raw, I think. Cement. There's slag. There's 0 slag on the map. Zero steel, of course. I'm looking for cement. What does it look like? This. There's one somewhere. Where is it? I don't even see a green arrow. Oh, no. There's a production of 1 somewhere down here, which we can't even get to. So that can't be the answer. All right, that can't be why we're not getting credit. And I don't understand this. We're getting 0 credit for loading gravel. And the task is transport 40 loads gravel from Hoover Dam. And we've already taken a fair amount. We took some down here. and we've taken some up here. Why only 2? Probably because it's gone up here to Las Vegas to be used. Yeah, well, there's 6 on the way, yeah. Wonder if we'll get credit when that happens. Las Vegas, still 6 on, there we go. There, now it's got 6 in its warehouse. Yeah, that's what it's doing. When it's actually consumed somewhere, it's not counting it going to the warehouse. Oh, and by the way, that is a difference, and that's a good difference. I applaud that. In Railway Empire, you could, if you had a task like transport 40 loads of steel, you could make a warehouse out somewhere, accept steel, manufacture your steel, move it over there, and that would count as transporting. And here they're not doing that. Here they're saying you got to transport it to a consumer, not just to some little tricky warehouse somewhere, right? So good on them. That's a good thing. And if you didn't follow that, that's okay, because it wouldn't have been a problem for you anyway, right? It isn't something you would have thought about, so don't worry about it. Okay. I hate it when people say don't worry about it, but don't worry about it. Okay. 200 here. Come down here. Oh, I should have taken. Apologies, I screwed up. Should have taken that first fact. Should have targeted that long ago. That's sloppy gameplay. Oh, that's right. We're past this. Never mind. I still should have done it. That's a really strong one. All right. So we've got, right now, we can only consume this. You know, we can load however much the Las Vegas storage will take is all we can do, and then we're stuck with their consumption rate. So what we really would like to do is find another gravel consumer. There's a demand of 2 per week. Oh, it's got to be more than Las Vegas then. 0, 0, 0, 0. Does somebody down here want it? Oh, here we go. Oh, Gene, that's right. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go to Gene as well. They said you could do what you want with it or take it to Gene, and I think we're going to have to want to take it to Gene. And look at that. Oh, no, that's potatoes. I thought that was cement. Not very good potatoes, are they? All right. Let's run Gene to the L2 Goods Exchange. And we can work on that task that way as well. So, Gene. Okay. All right, we've got Gene, and then we're going to go. We're going to go down here to 319, 11.9, or 1.19. Oh, man. Well, we're making decent money. Okay, let's just let it go for now. We may just, I may actually single track this. You know I'm not going to. You know I won't do that, but I can pretend, I guess. Okay, sorry, I had a little interruption, and during the interruption, I thought a little bit and thought, that's silly. Let's get this going. We're trying to get the task done. Let's just do a little faux double track here to allow it to come off, and we can set up a line that goes from here down to here. And we could even make it it could even haul passengers. It could be oh no, this is good exchange. It won't have any passengers. Yeah, it's not going to have anything from there. So let's go here, make it a freight. I was thinking about it. The other, if we're hooking it up to Attican, that would have hotel with passengers. That would even bring Gene into our system, but we haven't done that yet. So there we go. So this should load up and grab some of that. There we go. Oh, it even took some grain. So it'll take grain and gravel down there. Now we've got it going to Gene. We've got it going to Vegas. And the nice thing is, because we've got this little piece of double track here, we actually can run another train if we want to. We can copy that, put a train on it, and go. Oh, it even took some even took some cloth down there. And see, it'll just wait out here for its turn, which I'm not going to accept, of course. I'm going to change that as soon as we have a little more money. It is paying us money to do that. So let's go down here. Let's track this back. Way. Good grief. Way up here. Let's build that. And then let's well, in the meantime, I'll just do this. I'll build it like that, and then I'm going to signal it like that. Oh, it reset the train. Well, all right, be that way. In that case, then we can delete this and delete that little bit and straighten this mess out. This is why I always double track, because I know I'm going to come back and change it anyway, so why not? Yeah, when you do the signals, of course it reset the trains. Of course it did. All right, so there we go. And we've actually got a connection bonus for Sloan down here. It's worth $239. And would they consume anything we're making? They're not big enough for gravel, but it would be money. All right, I think we're going to have to wrap this one up. Didn't get as far as I would have liked. I had to do some troubleshooting. I hope that was helpful for you. I don't know if it was or wasn't, but maybe it helped you out a little bit. Let's put a couple trains on that and go.
The workers were able to travel back and forth between Boulder City and the dam construction site by train. This made the work extremely efficient.
All right, cool. So we finished that task, and we're halfway through the gravel task. Let's just stick around till we get that one done. Then we can see what's coming up next, and we'll feel like we accomplished something this episode. And here I am trying to make you dizzy again, flying all over the place. Oh, we got this one growing now. That's nice. I don't remember. We did put a train on this, didn't we? Yes. Okay, good. We'll get a bonus for this. That's nice. Probably when it hits up here. There we go. We don't want your bean farm. Thank you. Let's improve those immigration offices. Sorry, I got to go back to this, figure out where I was, because I think I accidentally hit the D key and jumped. Okay, we were right there. So our next one would be up here. Number of passengers up here for 100. Okay, cool. All right, let's let this run until we finish this off. And are we keeping plenty in here? Oh yeah, we got plenty. It's just a function of Gene and Vegas absorbing it or using it up, however you want to think of it. And they want 6, no. So they want 2 a week. Vegas wants like 0.3 a week. So we just got to bear with it till we get it. Now, the only thing we got going for us, maybe this isn't full yet. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of room. We could add another train even. That's slump. Where's our train that runs? Huh. What happened to our train that runs to Gene right here? It's saying there's something. I want you to go from L2 to G. Now, what's the problem with that? That's the problem with that. We aren't even carrying anything to Gene. My bad. I would say I'm rusty, but you know, I do make mistakes, and I do. Quite good at making mistakes, actually. Let's add, let's copy it and make one more train. There we go. This should be done quickly.
When the canyon was carved out for construction, huge amounts of rubble were created. This was transported off by rail.
All right, so now deliver planks to Hoover Dam and grow that Clark County, which is Gene, Prim, and Sloan. So Clark County West. So we got to grow this one, do some city growth here, and we got to put supply tower in. And what was that? Planks. Planks. Would love to get. Oh, look at this. We've already got lumber right here. We should have lumber coming into this, assuming we have a train that goes to the L2 goods exchange, and we do. I'm going to copy that so we'll have 2 of them. And we're getting am I missing signals or something? I am. A lot of hesitation right there that shouldn't be happening. So there goes lumber. Now, I'm not totally sure where it's going, but it's going somewhere. And we've got this train hauling the gravels out, and it can bring the lumber back. All right, so we're set up to do that. We do need to stop. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you saw something that will help you become a better player. I hope you'll forgive me for my couple of little faux pas I made. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railway Empire 2 video. Thank you.